The alpaca is an animal defined not by aggression or dominance, but by endurance, calmness, and adaptation. High in the Andes Mountains of South America, where oxygen is thin, temperatures shift rapidly, and vegetation is sparse, the alpaca has evolved into a specialist of survival. For thousands of years, it has lived alongside humans, shaping and being shaped by culture, environment, and selective breeding. Alpacas belong to the camelid family, a group that includes camels, llamas, guanacos, and vicuñas. Their ancestors migrated to South America millions of years ago, adapting to mountainous terrain as the Andes rose. Over time, wild camelids diverged into species suited for different ecological niches. Alpacas are believed to have been domesticated primarily from the vicuña, a smaller and more delicate wild camelid known for its fine fiber. Unlike their larger relatives, alpacas were not bred for carrying loads or pulling weight. Their value lies in their wool, temperament, and adaptability. This distinction shaped their evolution. Selective breeding favored animals with dense, soft fiber, manageable behavior, and resilience to altitude and cold. Physically, alpacas are compact and lightweight compared to llamas. Their long necks allow them to scan surroundings while grazing, and the narrow muzzles are suited for selectively feeding on short grasses and plants. Their padded feet minimize damage to fragile mountain soils, making them environmentally gentle grazers. One of the most critical adaptations of the alpaca is its respiratory and circulatory efficiency. Living at elevations often exceeding 4,000 meters, alpacas thrive in low oxygen conditions that would challenge most mammals. Their red blood cells are smaller and more numerous, improving oxygen transport. Their lungs are efficient, and their metabolism is tuned to conserve energy. Alpacas possess a thick coat that insulates them against cold nights and strong winds. This fiber is not just insulation, it is also a resource that has sustained and in civilizations for centuries. Alpaca wool is lightweight, warm, and naturally water-resistant. Unlike sheep wool, it lacks lanolin, making it hypoallergenic and easier to process. Behaviorally, alpacas are cautious but not aggressive. Their primary defense is awareness. They rely on group vigilance rather than confrontation. When threatened, alpacas may emit sharp alarm calls, alerting the herd to danger. Physical aggression is rare, though spitting may occur during social disputes or when boundaries are crossed. Social structure among alpacas is stable and predictable. They live in herds, often separated by sex, with established hierarchies. Dominance is expressed subtly through posture and movement rather than violence. This social stability reduces stress and promotes cooperation. Communication is nuanced. Alpacas use a range of vocalizations, from humming sounds that indicate contentment to sharp calls signaling alarm. Body language plays an equally important role. Ear position, neck posture, and distance convey intent and emotional state. Diet is simple but efficient. Alpacas are herbivores with a 3-chambered stomach adapted for fermenting tough plant material. They graze slowly and deliberately, extracting maximum nutrition from limited resources. Their feeding behavior minimizes overgrazing, allowing plant communities to recover. Reproduction in alpacas is closely tied to environmental conditions. Females give birth to a single offspring, known as a cria, after a gestation period of nearly a year. Cria are born during favorable seasons, maximizing survival chances. Within hours of birth, a cria can stand and follow the herd, a necessary trait in open landscapes where hiding places are scarce. Maternal care is attentive but not overly protective. Young alpacas learn quickly through observation. Herd structure provides safety, with multiple adults contributing to vigilance. Human interaction with alpacas spans thousands of years. Indigenous Andean cultures relied on alpacas for fiber, food, and companionship. Alpacas were integrated into agricultural systems rather than exploited intensively. This coexistence shaped their temperament, selecting for calm, cooperative animals. Colonization and modernization disrupted these relationships. Introduction of foreign livestock, land pressure, and industrial practices altered ecosystems. Yet alpacas persisted. Their adaptability allowed them to survive where other domestic animals struggled. In modern times, alpacas have spread beyond South America. They are raised worldwide for fiber and as companion animals. Despite this global presence, their biology remains deeply tied to their mountain origins. Environmental challenges continue to shape alpaca survival. Climate change affects grazing patterns, water availability, and disease distribution. Conservation efforts focus on preserving genetic diversity, traditional herding knowledge, and sustainable land use. The alpaca does not symbolize power in the traditional sense. It represents balance. It thrives without dominating, survives without destroying, and coexists without constant conflict. In extreme environments, such traits become strengths. Observing alpacas in their native landscapes reveals an animal perfectly matched to its world. Each movement conserves energy. Each behavior reduces risk. Each adaptation reflects generations of refinement. The story of the alpaca is not dramatic, but it is profound. It reminds us that survival is not always loud or forceful. Sometimes it is quiet, steady, and deeply connected to place. In the thin air of the Andes, where mountains stretch beyond vision and silence dominates, alpacas move slowly across the land. Their presence is a testament to endurance shaped by time, environment, and cooperation. They are not relics of the past, but living examples of sustainable survival.